Hey guys, today we're going to be going over layering snares. That way you can create your perfect snare. Not just perfect snare, but the reason I wanted to call it perfect snare is because we're all different. We all hear different things. So layering your snare is really going to make you create your own snare as both as a producer, as a songwriter. You want to make sure that the right textures are there, just like a chef would do, right? Awesome. So let's look at this right here. There are no rules on how many snares you should layer. But for example, here I have 6. Sometimes I do 10, sometimes I do 15. And it's just how you balance it out. And I'll go through that. I'll go through the different textures I chose, why I did them. And then from there, I'll tell you how to balance it to 1. So here, let's listen to the first one, right? Here's the first. Straight clap, right? Nothing out of this world. Perfect. Second one. Like an 808, very, very dry, very simple, straightforward. Third. Now you hear the difference, right? You hear the different textures that I'm adding, right? This is more for the transients. That's why I chose this, guys. And whenever you're choosing something, make sure that you're not choosing the same snares that kind of sound the same because it sounds quote unquote louder. You don't want to do that. Fifth, right? Very different. Maybe I might EQ this somehow, kind of shape it my own way. And then that way I have some dirt, right? Now let's listen to all of them together. And I'm going to just same volume, not going to change it right now. Right? This right here, what you heard there, is basically all of them, like I mentioned, all of them together. Which you might say, okay, that sounds good. But you want to make it your own. When I say that as well, you want to mix it your own way. So what I mean by this is, for example, let's say we have, and we'll bring these faders down, guys. Just right, the clap. Let's bring it. I don't want the clap to overpower the 808. So bring down the clap. Right, let's bring this third snare up. Right, so now the 808 kind of disappeared with it, which there's nothing wrong with that. Perfect. It adds some grit. It adds some. It whitens it a bit. The reason I added this one is because I wanted that extra tail end at the end, right? As an effect, that's why it stood out. And as you can see, as I'm adding them, they're not the same volume. I'm playing with them. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Now you might be thinking, well, Edwin, what if I have 20 snares? Are they all going to be in the session with all the instruments? Of course not. I'll show you how you're going to want to bounce them down. See, now this one, very dirty, right? Kind of same. These two are kind of in the same range, right? So what I'll do is, check this out, guys. Right, just bring up an EQ. Just the one band. Put a low pass in there. Is before, after, like maybe I could use this. Maybe this could be my lead. You see how how the snare changes its characteristics. Perfect. Now let's say this is, you have the right combination. You spend a few hours tweaking things, or even in the off time, even if you're like, well, I don't want to, you know, produce any records right now, just do this in your off time. Start building your own snares. What you'll do then is just create a new track, right? You'll just bust out everything. You'll bust out your tracks into an audio track, and then you'll send these straight into there. And I'm sure you guys know how to do that. You guys are going to use all these sends, send them on to audio 1, which obviously you wouldn't name that, just a snare. You could put snare final. You bounce them through, and then all you have to do is worry about just one track. Let me do it real quick for you guys here. Let me send this guy here. Let's bring it in a bus. Let's put it in 2728. All these, let's send them there. Snare final. Record this. Perfect. Now, you don't have to worry about these. All you have to worry about is just one snare. Then when you have that, guys, you could start tweaking it as well. You could really be creative with audio. There's a lot of producers that don't just rely on stock sound, especially the producers, you know, that are on top of the charts. They create their own sounds that way. They create their own personalities, and then they take it from there. Well, you guys, I hope you guys have fun with this, and then yeah, take care.